A couple things in your book that you talked about that I really want to hit on today is as your customer base grows and they have that capability you talked about it as it grows and they start seeing that the market still continues to have these inflection points. How is it that you help them integrate the combination of the two of hey, we're going this direction and now the market's doing this? Like, how do we, recognize those things and continue to integrate it?
Well, that's the ongoing challenge. I mean, that is the challenge of business. So you've got your own will, I want to grow. You've got your customers, what do they want? And they're generally not supporting your growth. They might be buying your products and services, might be really happy about it, but they're not in charge of your business growth. That's your problem, right? And then you've got the market, which is unpredictable. I mean, can turn on a dime. I mean, we saw the market tank in 2008 and 2009, and it just depends on what sector you're in. One thing about when the market shifts dramatically, I think of it as like the ocean. And a dramatic shift is like a tsunami, right? If you don't know a tsunami's coming, it can kill you, it can take you out. But if you do know it's coming, you can actually take advantage of it. And, to use that metaphor, first thing you do is clear the beach. Right? You get all your operations, get all your people into safety so that you do your very best to be ready for that kind of a massive hit. And then you start asking the question, how do we harness the power of this force? Imagine what it would be like, for example, if you were an electric company and you could hook up a generator to a tsunami. I mean, it would just be huge. And so you start thinking like that. How do we take advantage of the energy in the marketplace like a judo master would? Use it so that when this is over, when this strike is over, I'm in a better position than when it happened. And so that's a big part of that process of figuring out how to bring those things together that you talked about.
When you do see that shift and you see a new opportunity and it arises and you want to take advantage of that, somebody with your book and your insight or somebody that would work with you and you see that coming, what is it that you kind of try and help them to recognize and to be able to move forward with something like that?
Well, I'll give you a couple of examples from real life. So one is HR Certification Institute. So we are in a time when people are truly becoming the core asset of organizations. I mean, technology is proliferating, and you need people, you need talent who understand how to use it and how to apply it. So the CHRO, the C-level HR vice president, is in a unique position. They're in a position to develop and recruit talent. So a company like HR Certification Institute can say, so how do we create the certifications that will feed this kind of strategic development in organizations? And that's exactly what they've done. And that's why they've grown. The other thing they need to ask is, how do we get out there so that people know about us? Because it's one thing to be able to do something for someone. It's another thing for them to want you to do it for them. And so HR Certification Institute has done this fantastic job of showing themselves to be a thought leader by raising the conversation nationally through the projects that you and I have been involved in. So they have these events all over the United States and some of them outside the country. They videotape the events, they put the videos on the web, they make it possible through live streaming for people to participate virtually. They have this great magazine, this super high quality magazine called Certified. I've been writing about them on Fast Company's website. So they're doing all of this activity now to raise their visibility. And because they have a swelling need in the market, you match those two and it's success. So the National Apartment Association is another great example. Here you have a swelling market. Mortgages have tanked. People have lost their jobs. They can't get mortgages. You have continued urbanization. So there's this growing need for rental. And so the question is, can the organization build the capacity to get in front of that curve and move out there? And the answer is yes, they can. But what they need to do is they need to overhaul their systems. They need to become better at data management. They need to increase their customer service quality. So here's an organization that's already first in place. They're already the best at what they do. But there's a huge tide coming their way. And so to take advantage of it, they have to raise the bar on everything. And that's exactly what they're doing. So those are a couple of examples of organizations that have done this.